Yeah, all right, so I'm going to put together a quick video showing how to set up this overlay in OBS. So let's go ahead and do that. I've got a fresh scene. I suggest starting here and then adding things in so you get like a nice fresh scene. I have experienced that my scenes tend to get out of control. I start adding a bunch of stuff and then later I really need to simplify it and go back. And anyway, this is what I suggest doing. We can get all of our additional elements in later. So I got a brand new scene here. I'm going to rename it gameplay because that's the scene we're going to set up. All right, and then I'm going to add a source and we're going to put in an image. I'm going to call this my main gameplay overlay. And then I'm going to browse to the image I've made. Let's see, it should be down here in your folder. OBS items. Okay, and there's main gameplay. That's the one I've sent. Okay, so that's our main overlay. I'm going to lock that. And now we need to add a couple of things in the right order. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a game capture. Okay, and I'm just going to call it game capture and say OK. And I'm going to go here and have it capture a specific window. And then I'll be able to pick whatever game I'm playing here. So I'm just going to add one gameplay. Let's start a game real quick. We'll get this game up and running. And we'll show how this works. I'm going to cancel it for now. Alright, so there's our game. Should be capturing that right now. So if I go here, double click there. So I'm going to say specific window, and then I'm going to pick the angler. Alright, so there's our game. Now, I'm going to size it over the top of the overlay until it's right inside of the borders. I want to try to get as close as I can. Okay, you can. I'm nudging it with the arrow keys now. That's pretty good. I'm going to nudge it to the right a little bit. I want to make sure there's no dark area. Okay, so that's pretty good. Now I'm going to drag it behind the overlay over here in the scene area. And you can see that's pretty good. There's a slight subtle drop shadow in there. So that's pretty good. And then I'm going to lock it. Now, don't worry that you can see a piece of the game in the camera, and we're going to fix that in a second. I'm going to go ahead and add my camera. So I'm going to put a video capture device. I'm just going to put my webcam. And I'm going to say OK. That's the wrong one, so I'm going to pick my... This is the one I need for my camera, so I'm going to pick that. Okay, so now that I've got my camera added here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of drag it next to this box, and I'm going to crop the camera so that it is basically the same shape as this box. I'm going to grab the corner and scale it down a little bit. Now I'm going to use holding down Alt. It will crop the camera box. So I'm just kind of doing it. It's about the same shape there. I kind of want to sit up in my chair and make sure I'm centered. Then I'm going to move it underneath. Okay, and then I'm going to crop it slightly. I'm making sure these dashed green lines are sort of right on the, kind of in the middle of that yellow border. And then I just want to make sure that the My Webcam is between these two layers, the main overlay, and you can see it's on top of the game capture. So then it looks like my camera box is kind of, you know, slightly overlapping the gameplay. That's the kind of look we were kind of going for there. And we'll kind of move around with my camera here. All right, so, and then you can put some sort of text information along the top here, maybe social media links, other announcements. There would be room for some stuff here. This piece of real estate right here, for now it's nice to have your logo as kind of tying in the overall design here. And I can show you later how to create some rotating banners that you could put right here that would advertise really whatever you wanted, the blessing boat, other links, that kind of stuff. And so if this is good, if we wanted to say, okay, this is a good clean design for my stream, then I could use this same design back here to create a starting soon, a be right back, an ending screen, and then we could also make a nice scene transition for when you switch scenes. It'll be like a nice transition between the scenes. But yeah, that's what we can do. And then you can add in your other elements here. Just make sure you put them in the right order. So you're probably going to have one for your alerts, your browser source for the alerts. You know, so you add browser source right here and paste in the link for your alerts and whatever other elements you can layer on top of this. But big thing is if you got these three main things laid out in this order, then you'll have a clean design. And you can always, you know, come in here and crop this slightly differently. But this is nice. Like if you kind of want to limit the real estate behind you in your webcam, you can do it this way. And instead of having that big sort of wide camera box that you don't really need, it kind of just all depends on how you want your stream to look. So, but this is a nice clean design, I think, using the colors and the design of your logo. So anyway, let's go from there.